At 91 years old, Sophia Loren's voice is softer now, weathered by time, but when she finally speaks his name, it still carries weight. Cary Grant, a name that once meant charm, elegance, Hollywood perfection. But tonight, it means something else. Tonight, it opens a door that has stayed closed for more than half a century, and what waits behind it is not the fairy tale the world remembers. Picture Rome in the early 1950s. Sophia is young, barely more than a girl, still learning how to exist inside her own beauty. The war has left scars on the city, on families, on her childhood. She's hungry for safety, for meaning, for something solid. And then Hollywood comes calling. Lights, cameras, a promise of escape. When she meets Cary Grant, he is already a legend. Polished, confident, older. To the world, he is untouchable. To her, he is kind, attentive, he listens. She remembers the first time he looked at her, not like a star, but like a person. It startled her. He held doors, cracked jokes, made her laugh when she was nervous on set. In a world where everyone wanted something from her, he seemed different, protective, almost gentle. Was it attraction, gratitude, or the quiet longing of a young woman searching for stability in a chaotic world? Even now, she pauses when asked, because some questions don't age well. They just deepen. On set, the cameras captured chemistry. Off-set, whispers followed them down hallways. Cary would bring flowers. He would linger. He would tell her she was extraordinary, that she deserved more than the roles she was being offered. And then came the question. Marriage, from one of the most famous men in the world. For Sophia, it felt unreal, like a dream she hadn't asked for but didn't know how to wake up from. But dreams, she learned, can also feel heavy. She was young, Catholic, Italian. Her roots mattered. Her family mattered. Cary's world was different. His past was complicated. His life shaped by Hollywood secrets and quiet shadows no one talked about back then. She sensed it. The way his smiles sometimes faded too quickly. The way loneliness seemed to follow him, even in crowded rooms. Loving him felt like standing on beautiful ground that might crack at any moment. Years passed. Careers grew. Life moved forward. Sophia chose another path, another love, another kind of life. To the public, the story ended there. A missed romance. What could have been? Cary Grant remained the perfect gentleman in the collective memory, and Sophia Loren, she became an icon in her own right. The world moved on, but memory does not. At 91, when asked about Cary Grant, she doesn't rush. Silence stretches. You can almost hear the years between her words. She doesn't accuse, she doesn't romanticize. She tells the truth as she remembers it, that he loved deeply, but was deeply wounded, that he offered her a future, but she sensed the cost, that sometimes, the greatest love stories are the ones you walk away from to save yourself. She speaks of fear, not fear of him, but fear of losing herself, of being swallowed by a life she didn't fully understand. She admits she cared for him, maybe even loved him in her own way. But love, she says now, is not enough when timing, age, and unspoken pain stand in the way. How many women have felt that pull? How many have smiled for the world while quietly choosing survival over fantasy? Cary Grant died decades ago, taking his version of the story with him. And that's where the mystery lingers. Did he know she was protecting herself? Did he ever truly find peace? Or did the man everyone adored remain, in private, the same lonely boy from Bristol, chasing connection he could never quite hold? Sophia's confession isn't loud. It isn't scandalous. It's something rarer. It's honest. And maybe that's why it waited so long to be spoken. Because truth doesn't always demand attention. Sometimes it waits until the noise fades, until only reflection remains. Now, the twilight of her life, she looks back, not with regret, but with understanding. She sees the young woman she was, standing across from a man the world worshipped, making a choice no one else could make for her. And she wonders, quietly, if people ever really see the cost behind the glamour. If they understand that even icons bleed in private. So when she finally speaks his name, it's not to rewrite history, but to humanize it. To remind us that behind every perfect image is a complicated soul. And that sometimes, the bravest love story is the one that never happens. What would you have done in her place? Chosen the legend, or the unknown path that felt safer? And how many untold stories are still waiting, buried beneath applause and spotlight, for someone brave enough to finally speak?